Good afternoon, everyone. Woo, lovely day today, as you can see. Yesterday was an interesting flight and stuff. I did the color correcting and all. I don't know, what do you guys think? I did a really quick job yesterday with the footage I took. And actually, it was kind of pretty straightforward. I mean, the only thing that took quite a bit of time was the fact that because when I edit the videos, I usually cut them obviously into sections. So because of that, with the way the editing program works for mine anyways, you have to put basically kind of an effect filter on each and every clip. So if you have 50 slices and so forth, then you have to put 50 effects and you have to edit like 50 videos, which takes a long time in some cases. There's a drawback to that though, because if you make the whole sequence into one video to make it really easy to do the editing, if you have like a different scene, for example, one scene is dark and then the other scene within the same clip is bright, then obviously if you use one setting, then one picture of the scene is going to look really crazy, like out of balance, where the other ones look perfect. So there's really no way around it if you want to do a perfect job, but I guess it just depends on how much time you have. And because it seems fairly straightforward, I decided to do a test with that Quarry rock footage that I took the other day. I actually just uploaded it before I left, and I did basically some quick color correcting on that. I mean, to me, it looks night and day. Holy cow, when you look at the ocean and stuff. I mean, what do you guys think? Actually, there was one interesting news I read. It was about drones, and apparently somewhere they tried to capture tigers with their drone. It looked like an Inspire 1. And I guess, as you can tell, basically they tried to get a little too close where they thought they had enough clearance rather, and it seemed like the tigers jumped up and they grabbed the drone and started to munch away on it. I always wondered, do you actually have to be that close to shoot like those footages, the subjects? I always find the cameras, they look insanely close to the subject, like with the camera views, even though you're pretty far away, so I don't see the need to be that close to something. I guess that's what happens when you put your drones near wild animals and stuff, huh? Another thing I was thinking about yesterday when I was filming with the filters, because like I said, I purposely filmed with the regular filters just for practice. Because some people actually ask, is it better to get the polarizer filters or the regular filters? And I was thinking about it budget-wise, because if I'm not mistaken, those polar filters, they only work to give you the effect if you actually turn the filters a certain way. So technically, doesn't that mean if you put those polar filters in a certain position where you don't get the effects at all, it'll act just like those regular ND filters? Am I missing something here? I mean, if that's the case, you might as well go for the polarized filters, right? Like, to save money. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just what came to my mind. But in terms of the editing and stuff, I kind of understood better once I did the color correcting, the editing, on why it's better to have like a darker image, because it's a lot easier just to bump up the light and so forth. Yeah, it's one of those things you have to actually get hands-on experience to really understand, despite, how many people tell you to do this and this. And I think for today, let's see, in terms of filming, I think I want to practice more of this color correcting stuff. I mean, I tried it with the hiking footage, since that was in the 4K and so forth, with the polarizing filter. I think I'll try it again today. Actually, the lake looks pretty nice and blue, actually. But then I'm assuming the polarizing filters will make it look even more blue. So what would happen if you actually bump up the colors and stuff in editing? It'd be interesting. In other conversations, had a kind of interesting conversation yesterday. One of the first people that I trained with for the martial arts, like one of the masters I trained with, there was all this conversation about him potentially passing away and all that. I'm like, oh, well, this is kind of gloomy. But then while I was training, he actually said one thing. He's like, I want you to become better than me. I was like, wow, that's pressure. It's like something right out of a movie, huh? I don't think I'm ready to take over or anything like that. I guess one of those things where you have to just take every day one step at a time, huh? Because you never know what kind of challenges can come up in your life. But hopefully, yeah, I'll train hard, and if the unfortunate thing happens, then I guess it's up to you, like the people that learn from others, to pass it on to other people afterwards. I'm actually curious in trying the filming here, since this is the closest replicating thing I can do, since the other sceneries are usually water and stuff. that's definitely going to be a test flight for sure. I mean, in terms of the video and stuff. I put the 16PL filter because it was super bright. I mean, just try to get the view here so you guys can kind of get an idea of it. And when I was filming the water, it looked pitch black almost when I was filming it. Normally in those situations, I'd probably bump up the ISO or something like that, but this time, like, my assumption is to do like the color correcting and stuff, I should be able to bump up the image, so I'm kind of interested to see how it will turn out. Although it's good to know all the other footages that I have, if I ever decide to do something with it, like more color correcting and stuff, at least I know what it can look like. So I'll be interested in see how this turns out. Alright, see you guys later.